Animals. You've seen them, you've eaten them, you may have tried to talk to them for some reason, you've possibly dressed them, you may even have fought one or two in glorious battle. Now your worthless lives are complete because I, a person you do not know and have never seen, will now rank them both as groups and as individual animal people for your benefit, using only the most crucial, detailed and mysterious criteria that will of course not be properly explained, because who's got time for that butt clownery? Am I right? Let's start with the most obvious boring stuff. Cats or dogs. Now, whilst dogs are clearly the superior animal at first glance, let's get into an analysis. Cats are quite often fat, lazy bastards, of course, who saunter about like the son of the company manager, flicking people's ears and sexually harassing any women or effeminate men within the building. They also spend lots of time licking themselves, which makes me feel murderous jealousy, to be honest. Dogs, on the other hand, are out grafting, chasing down sheep, searching drugs at the airport, and undocumented migrants hiding in trucks, pulling blind people to Asda and back. They're out there working. On the other hand, cats basically wander around after the self-loving, of course, spending hours climbing trees, looking smug and appearing in internet memes. Dogs are like hairy, misshapen babies in comparison. They need constant attention. They need to be led outside to deposit waste. And just watch the reaction whenever a dog appears on TV and barks and your dog is too fucking stupid to understand that it's not a real dog. The dog is not challenging you to a fight, dog. So basically, dogs are more useful but also more work. And like I said in my last video, dodging work is preferable to actually doing work, so I'm afraid the posh, smug little ass bastards have to win this one. It's a W for the cats. There are several animals that are either under human dominion or have been completely domesticated and turned into vassals of the human empire. Horses, for example, are majestic beasts, truly beautiful creatures, yet despite being able to kick a hole through a tank door, they've allowed themselves to be ridden silly by all sorts of people for hundreds of years. Their buttocks alone could kill a man, and yet they'll walk up and down any beach, they'll charge into Russian gunfire at the drop of a hat, or pikes held up by men in dresses. Compared to pigs, for example, pigs on the other hand are surprisingly smart, like they're up there with the dogs and the dolphins of the world, but they have a bad reputation for sliding about in utter filth like any of Lindsay Lohan's partners. I think they are held back by their own laziness rather than any lack of spirit. I mean, you try to ride a pig and see what happens to your genitals. Rabbits are super cute if you ask me, but according to my dad, they are also super delicious, which just kinda hurts my feelings. To be blunt, to all you tweed-wearing homeless vegan peasants out there, any animal that allows itself to be eaten by humans is a bit of a nonce, let's face it. Although I admit, cows are quite funny. The bird competition is quite tight on the other hand, my pedigree chums, because many airborne chaps bring their particular milkshakes to this nonsense yard of gibberish. From the pudgy, somewhat dopey pigeon, to the tiny nipple-pinching robins, all the way up to the sexual Tyrannosaurus eagles and vultures that look kind of like weird flying penises with jumpers. I've got a bit of a soft spot for birds, man. If you have a back garden, i.e. you're not some unwashed vagrant, then you may see squirrels and foxes and pigeons and magpies and occasional seagulls and of course crows out competing for food. And by competing I mean raiding the bins for half-eaten pizzas and lumps of what I pray to God must be cheese and nothing else. You'll often see if you watch this scene, whilst the squirrels fight and chase each other for food, crows for example will lure a squirrel away, and then as the squirrels chase that crow, another crow will come in and grab some food, then the squirrels come back, that crow lures the squirrels the other way so that other crow can come back and get some food. It's incredible, man. I've seen crows hold down monkey nuts so they can crack it open with their beaks. They've even been known to drop large nuts from heights onto roads and wait for cars to drive over them so they can get to the delicious food inside. You know, for tiny animals with no hands and no visible dick, they're actually pretty smart. Plus, flying is one of the 3 best superpowers for humans, and yet for birds it's just a regular everyday power. That counts for something in my book, the book of things that I say. If you've ever seen an actual eagle soaring around and all the other local birds are staying back because they're terrified of the complete ass fisting they would get, you'll know who the cool birds are. The only negative about eagles is that they gave their name to that awful band. Yeah, I said it. Underwater life is quite varied, weird, colourful, and technically all swimming in their own toilet. Lack of personal hygiene aside, there are some pretty great chaps down there. You've got your eels that are the worms of the sea. You've got those really big ass whales, they look both majestic and powerful. And they also have that thing where they communicate with far off alien dildos. You've got orcas, the awkward bitey penguins of the sea. They're pretty impressive creatures, performing murderous rape attacks on lone bears or sharks or seals. When you think about it, pretty much all animals are violent rapey maniacs. It's like a global Hunger Games with more teeth and less bad acting. Penguins are out eating little fish, and seals are trying to eat the penguins, and the sharks are trying to eat the seals, and the orcas are trying to eat the sharks, and the Japanese are trying to eat everybody. Let's try some boring, non-sexy roleplay, right? Imagine living in Africa as like a gerbil or some shit, right? You've barely got out of your hole in the ground and you have to worry about an elephant stomping your ass! Or being chased by a fucking cheetah, or one of those African storks that get all bubbly at the idea of rending gerbil flesh and scooping your fucking eyeballs out. You can't hide amongst the trees because there's chimps out there with those disgusting toe fingers that they have that will finger your anus just out of curiosity. You can't just run out into the plains or whatever with your wee suitcase and stuff because wildebeest hordes may trample you to death. You can't jump into the nearest lake because of course there's crocodiles or whatever out there looking at chainsaws with eyes literally frothing at the penis to taste your fuzzy balls, man. Even if you avoid all the hyenas, the snakes, the lizards, even those angry mice that fuck scorpions for breakfast, you may stumble into a lion's territory and find yourself in a bad Shakespeare allegory. Except this is the one where Hamlet, Polonius and Ophelia take turns spit roasting you before eating your brain. Damn, son! Based on this rational and entirely not insane criteria, I must conclude a number of things. 1. Most animals are just furry, wide-eyed pussies. 2. Anybody who gets upset at someone eating chicken or veal clearly knows nothing about how actual animals hate murder the crap out of each other all the time. I mean, I can't eat a chicken, but a polar bear can eat half a whale. Come on, man. Go make gentle love to yourself in front of your mother, okay? 3. Some animals are super badass and not only inspire the likes of Bravestar, but should inspire us all. 4. Rabbits are really cute and I can't eat them. I don't care, Dad. I'm not doing it. 5. Each zone or category that I have invented in this past 10 seconds should have a regional champion. So, that being said, here are your champions based on the exhaustive, detailed, scientifically backed research that never happened. Best bird. The American bald eagle, of course, the champion of justice, patriotism, bombing the shit out of people. Here he is. Best domestic. As much as I'd love to pick snake, my girlfriend would moan forever, and I do plan to get laid this week, so I will have to pick cat. Because cats, unlike my girlfriend's dog, do not randomly bark loudly at midnight because someone opened the door 20 fucking miles away when I'm trying to watch Top Gear. Thanks, dog. Best exotic. Rhino. I like big cats as much as anyone, but rhinos are fucking enormous, bruh. Even lions don't fuck with rhinos. Hippos were a close second place due to having those gigantic mouths, but they don't have horns, sadly. Rhinos are supposed to be the origin of the unicorn myth, whereas hippos are the origin of the annoying fat middle-aged woman myth. Best weird. Octopus. Man. They sound kind of like a Japanese sex club, and they have probably inspired thousands of anime artists / pedophiles. But they do look like literal actual aliens, and they can camouflage, and they swim, and they look just cool, man. And they've got suction cups on their hands and feet. It's cool, man. Best bear. All bears, because bears are great. Best cold-blooded. The Cobra. Not just a ruthless terrorist organisation determined to rule the world, man, but cool as fuck snakes that inspire weird alien villains and fantastical warlords. A close second place would be every other cold-blooded creature on the planet, because they're great. The wooden spoon must go to the panda. Sure, they are cute, and they appear to be the sole animal that the Chinese won't grind into a fine powder to cure athlete's foot or whatever, but as an endangered species, they spend 2/3 of their day sleeping, and the female has a window of like 2 or 3 days a year to get pregnant. So you think the man would be on the ball, but this fat chubby man would rather spend his few waking hours nibbling bits of tree. They're losers, man. Losers. I'd like to put out a few special mentions, a shout out, if you will, to a few animals. One would be the tortoise, for just living their lives, man, eating grass, humping occasionally, and very, very slowly enjoying the scenery. Elephants just for being mad cool, man. Koalas for being cute, but apparently being really awkward to hold, like a Brillo pad or your mum's bra. Capybaras for being like giant contemplative mice. Best water, and also overall winner, the supreme ruling champion of the animal kingdom, the great white shark, the king of the sea, the perfect killing machine with the slightly racist sounding name. Weep, I say, as you compare your worthless existence with this perfect creature. Be rapt with euphoria as this wonderful display of evolutionary excellence wins the World Heavyweight Championship of Fish People, and weep as the inevitable realisation occurs that one day these majestic murder machines will figure out how to get on land, and then we all fuck, baby.